The PSS AirBoss's electronic monitoring system is called the AirBoss Sentinel. This is both your digital pressure gauge and your pass device. It is operated by two side buttons, as well as having a center yellow button to manually activate your pass device. It has a high contrast color display, as well as status lights. Just like the buddy lights on the back of the AirBoss, these status lights will change color depending on how much pressure you have remaining in your cylinder. Above 50%, they will flash blue. Below 50%, they will flash amber, and when in low pressure alarm, they will flash red. The PSS AirBoss and AirBoss Sentinel can be turned on a number of different ways. When you first install your battery pack, if you open your cylinder valve, or if you press and hold both side buttons. Once turned on, you'll see your pressure indicator, your pressure in numerical value, and your time to whistle. To switch off the unit, depressurize the system and then press and hold both side buttons until the countdown completes. Remaining battery life will be shown before turning off completely. As soon as the PSS AirBoss is turned on and the pass alarm in the AirBoss Sentinel is activated, if no motion is detected after approximately 20 seconds, the pre-alarm will start. Our motion is detected through the AirBoss Sentinel, so if the pre-alarm is to start, simply move your AirBoss Sentinel to cancel the pre-alarm. If the pre-alarm continues for another approximately 12 to 13 seconds, the full pass alarm is going to activate. If your full pass alarm is activated, to cancel it, press and hold both side buttons on the AirBoss Sentinel. It is important to note that when your pass alarm is starting to alarm, whether that be the pre-alarm or full alarm, the status lights are going to flash, as well as the buddy lights on the back of the AirBoss. To manually activate the pass alarm, should you be in distress, simply press the yellow center button on the AirBoss Sentinel to activate that pass alarm. The AirBoss Sentinel is also equipped with a thermal sensor. This allows you to set two different alarms to alert the user should a slightly elevated temperature occur over a long period of time, or an elevated temperature happen very rapidly. The AirBoss is also equipped to show two different battery alarms: your first battery alarm and your critical battery alarm. Your first battery alarm should be an indication to replace the batteries. If this occurs during your mission, you should exit the mission to a safe area and replace the batteries. If the second battery alarm is activated, the unit will start to power down to preserve its data, because the AirBoss Sentinel also incorporates a data logger. This data logger will record pressure, alarms, and date and time information. This can be retrieved separately from connecting to a PC. The AirBoss Sentinel displays your remaining pressure, both as a pressure indicator bar and a numerical value. It'll also alert you as you pass through different pressure thresholds. Above 50%, your pressure indicator bar will be blue. Once you go below 50%, the indicator bar will switch to amber, and the Sentinel beeps. Once you go into your low pressure alarm, the indicator bar switches to red. Under the current 2025 edition of NFPA 1970, your low pressure alarm will activate at 34% if using a 2216 PSI system. It'll activate at 31% if using a 4500 PSI system. Below your pressure indication, you will see your time to whistle. This is the remaining number of minutes until you're going to enter your low pressure alarm. This updates regularly based on your current breathing rate, and you'll see this number change throughout your mission. The PSS AirBoss has two different battery options. One battery pack uses 5 AA alkaline batteries, and then one battery pack is a sealed nickel metal hydride rechargeable battery pack. To replace the battery in the PSS AirBoss, use your battery removal key and insert it into the backplate. Press down to release and remove your battery pack. To install a fresh battery, slide it in and press firmly down. When you install a new battery pack, the AirBoss Sentinel will automatically turn on. The rechargeable battery for the PSS AirBoss has two different ways of being recharged. The magnetic clip charger allows you to leave the rechargeable battery in the AirBoss, which means you can recharge it in the cab of your truck. It attaches here, and again, it is magnetic, so that means if you forget to disconnect it, it will just fall away. We also have a desktop charger, which allows you to charge 5 rechargeable batteries at a time. The AirBoss Sentinel has 3 different pre-configured cylinder sizes: 30-minute, 45-minute, or 60-minute. These can be changed through the user interface. You confirm your selection with your side button, and then you can proceed through the startup. Choosing your cylinder size impacts your time to whistle calculation, but does not change your low pressure alarm activation points. Once the AirBoss is pressurized, the AirBoss Sentinel will automatically connect to the nearest head-up display. Once the head-up display is connected to the AirBoss Sentinel, all 6 LEDs will illuminate. 4 LEDs indicate how much pressure is remaining in the system. These are 2 green, 1 amber, and 1 red. The next LED will flash blue if the connection to the AirBoss has been lost. The final LED indicates your battery status. It'll flash yellow if the head-up display is getting low, or red if the PSS AirBoss battery is getting low. During operation, the HUD LEDs will cycle on and off. They will be on for approximately 15 seconds and off for 45 seconds. Pressing either side button of the AirBoss Sentinel will cause the LEDs to refresh. Additionally, when passing any of the pressure milestones, such as 75%, 50%, or entering low pressure alarm, will automatically cause those LEDs to come back on. To shut down the PSS AirBoss and the AirBoss Sentinel, first make sure your cylinder is closed. Then, vent the system by pressing in on the bypass of the LDV. Once the system is depressurized, to complete the shutdown, press and hold both side buttons until the countdown completes. Your battery status will be shown, and then the AirBoss Sentinel will complete its shutdown.